everyone, this is Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child, and today we're going to talk about holidays. I have talked about several different topics through the year, and I am just take a little step back. This is real. I just got on a walk. I've got things to do this afternoon, so this is the way it is. I decided I wasn't going to worry about putting makeup on. I will be back tonight. Hopefully, I will be dressed nicer and everything. But real moms have to live through life as well, so t-shirts and all. Hey, I want to talk to you about holidays, how we can use holidays in your homeschool. We have already talked about character training on Monday, about raising our kids to lead, to think for themselves, to love learning, and tips and tricks so your kids will influence and impact. Yesterday we talked about getting organized, and guess what? That video went poof. We don't know where it is on Facebook. I'm hoping within the next 24 hours it just magically reappears. I put a little ticket in and we'll see what happens. But anyway, and I've got different giveaways and freebies. We'll talk about that at the end. Today I want to talk to you about holidays and some of the resources we have. One of those is here, we'll get close, Star of Bethlehem, a family Bible study. And then the other one is, and this one also has an Easter book. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about holiday writing lessons. Let's start with Star of Bethlehem. We also have Skies of the Cross. And so these are books that you can work through. They're Bible studies that you can go through and just discover more about what went on in history. You know, regardless of your faith, I think it's interesting to be able to see what went on at the cross, the blood moon, and then be able to look at how that's gone over time and over the years. And so each one of them, they are digital. I just happen to have a printed copy, but they and the digital are a little more colorful, but they're just simple little Bible studies that you would do a section and maybe tell your kids to do one page and then y'all would talk about it. And it's going to give you everything you need. When it's time to summarize, it gives you a space for one word, putting on the lens of scripture, things like that. Anyway, what you're going to cover are we're going to talk about astrology and astronomy. So there's some science in here. We're going to talk about the 9 points of Christ's star. We're going to go to Matthew 2 and look at the 9 clues there. And then what was the star? What astronomical event was the star? And then be able to take the information. This is a great thinking activity. Be able to take the information you discover over time and then be able to decide what the star is. Skies of the Cross is very similar. I don't have a printed copy, but it goes through what are the skies, what was going on in the skies during the time that Jesus died on the cross. Now, they also will include some links to videos that you can actually go in and watch and see different astronomical events. So this is a really good activity to do while you're studying space or outer space, astronomy, those kinds of things as well. You'll get some extra bonuses as well. The Easter one comes with an answer key. It comes with a scripture reading for the feast through the week, and then some other little Easter bundles as well. And I believe that here at the fair, that is $15 is our special price. Normally, altogether, I think it's $30. So let's talk about holiday writing lessons, another way that you can integrate holidays into your homeschool. And basically what I have done is gone through and provided a writing lesson for each month, let's say, and I'll just go, I have a list somewhere. Of course, I didn't get organized enough to get it, but we had Super Bowl, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Independence Day, Olympics, I think there's a fall one, a Thanksgiving, learn how to write a thank you note, that is it. And then a couple Christmas ones as well. Each one of these is going to start with a pre-lesson. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to use. So you get a page on how to use these lessons, and there's an A, B, and C level. It's going to tell you what grades those kids are. And then, let me get to the next page. This is a little prep. I would encourage you to do this first lesson before you do any others, because it's going to give you step-by-step day 1, 2, and 3. If you have little kids, you may need to take a week or even 2 to finish the prep lesson. It's going to tell you exactly how to teach your kids to write things in their own words. I actually, in the back of the book, have several fables that you can use to be able to rewrite fables in their own words using this technique as well. And then I also give you some ideas on outlining. Then for each lesson, and I was going to get my St. Patrick's Day lesson, you've got a little introduction, and then we've got the assignment 1 through 6 here, and it tells you what to do. Actually, St. Patrick's Day comes with, yeah, I guess I didn't get organized as I should. Actually, we're going to do Valentine's because St. Patrick's Day doesn't have it. Here's our Valentine's Day lesson. We've got the introduction, what to do, and it says, read the versions, 2 versions of St. Valentine's. And what do you have? The very next page. Here's one legend on St. Valentine's. Here's the other one. It's all sitting right there for you. And then it shows you how to get an outline from the information that you read. Now, you're not going to do all of this, obviously, in one day, maybe not even in a 1 week. You may need to spread it out. But then it says using both of them, then create a 3-paragraph outline. Then from your outline, write your paragraph, proofread your composition. In the beginning, I also tell you that each lesson will come with some stylistic techniques that you can use, some tools that you can use to improve. So this particular one has some tools as well. And let's see if we can get to the page. Nope, wrong page. It will give you exactly what to do. So we may be working on adjectives and verbs and things like this. So here's level A, level B, and level C. So you've got a page for you to practice. And I generally say to practice this between the rough draft and the final draft. So you're going to work on that. If they need to make a list of adjectives, we provide a chart for you as well. And at each particular lesson, you will also get a checklist. I am of the belief that if a child does everything that you tell them to do, then they have finished it. And one thing I always caution moms, dads, whomever is grading it, please don't make your child's writing blood red. Who wants to get a paper back with red all over it? All that is depressing and think, I didn't do a very good job. So be very careful. And I would say use the checklist to be able to show you what it is that you need to be checking for. If you didn't teach them, I don't know, infinitives, and you wanted them to use infinitives, and they should have, but you didn't teach it, how can you expect them to use it correctly? So if there's something that you feel like they are not using correctly, then you need to teach that in the next lesson. Here's a checklist. And so we have levels A, B, and C. These are the things everyone needs to do, like put their name on their paper, indent the paragraphs, use end marks, capitals, and then a checklist for level A, level B, and level C. Each lesson is going to come with that as well. In the back, we also have charts that you can use for your writing, and they are just general charts and outlines. So for instance, here's a 1-paragraph outline template that you can use. Here is keyword notes for a topic, several different types of outlines. Let me see. Here's a research outline, and these are ones that we will use in the lessons, but let's say you decide you want to do a similar writing project. You can just pull out the blank outline at the back. Use the one for that month that's already specific to that month that we already provide. Then you can use the other outlines for other things. There's some other lists in there of adverbs and adjectives and prepositions and verbs that kids may need to use. One reason I did that is when I was a kid growing up, I was a word deficient child. Vocabulary was not I was a math person. Vocabulary was not my strong suit at all. I needed help. And if I had had lists of words that I could use, not a giant thesaurus or not a thesaurus on the computer, but if I had a list and say, you need to choose one of these words to improve your writing, and let's say it's an adjective, I could go and choose an adjective that went along with that paragraph and add it. And I could simply improve by just using these different charts. Now, I'm going to see what other people are writing. Oh, Heather, thank you for being here. Anyway, glad you're here and having fun with holidays. I love holidays. I'm going to give away a copy. Well, we're giving one of these away on July 1st, so we will wait on that. I will give away our Christmas and our Easter books, okay? And so what I'd like to do instead of is for this particular giveaway, leave one comment telling me one holiday and something you do in your homeschool during that holiday that would help be educational, fun, inspire love of learning, get your kids to think. Like, this is going to get them to think about what was that astronomical event after they've read through all the clues that are in Matthew 2 and they've looked at astrology and astronomy. That takes some serious thinking skills to sort of figure that out. And I do have some answers in there at the back. But so leave a comment here and let me know what it is that how you've used holidays to improve or encourage a love of learning and homeschooling. Now, let me just review a couple things. We do have some sales going on. You can get our mini charts anytime you get our character training kit this week through Saturday. I am extending the Busy Moms Organization Toolkit till Saturday because who knows where my video is. It is somewhere on Facebook. And so it is on sale for $12, our organization toolkit. Our Raising Leaders Not Followers had a flash sale that ended yesterday, but you can still get those sets for $32 and $22. I think that's it. I've got a webinar, a class next week I'm going to teach. I'm going to put that up, and it's all about drama-free mom, and I will share some of that information this afternoon. Before I close, tonight is my night to have Facebook Live official on the calendar, and I'm going to talk about just some things from my personal life, about joy and peace, and how you can do that in the midst of suffering, how you can do that when you feel like your life's falling apart. I had a really good friend of mine tell me that 4 years ago, she thought I just lived through PTSD. And I really hadn't thought about it, but then when I think about now, I'm like, yeah, I guess I did have PTSD for a year. Anyway, God's worked miracles in my life, in our family's life, and I'm going to share a little bit about that tonight. And then I'm also going to invite you to hear my entire story on June 29th. I'm still working on the link and getting the registration page done. So I hope that's done by tonight. Again, Star of Bethlehem and Easter, they're $15 combined. Everything, ebooks, print out as many as you need for your family. We'll give away a set, a digital set. All you need to do is leave a comment about a holiday and how you use that holiday in your homeschool. Holiday writing lessons, I forgot to tell you. We're going to put this on sale this week too, $15. It's normally $29. And so you can get this whole set of 10 or 12 lessons for only $15 writing. I'm going to look real quickly. Oh, we already got some things. For Easter, I sat and made felt cut out of the Easter story, and it took forever, but it was so worth it. The kids were so excited to have me tell the story with the felt characters. And Candice says we do games on most holidays. That is so cool. One thing we do on Easter, and I advertise it all the time, is we make resurrection rolls. And they are basically, you can use your own dough, use pop out of the can dough, take a whole marshmallow, a big marshmallow, wrap your dough around it, roll it in cinnamon sugar, maybe even some butter and cinnamon sugar, put them out Saturday night. They rise overnight. You put them in the oven, and when the kids chomp on it, the marshmallow's gone. There's an empty grave there. And so it's a great object lesson. So there's some more coming in. I'm so glad. Thanks for spending time with me. I am Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child. I'm going to go over to the vendor hall and update some prices and make sure that everyone knows where the specials are. And y'all have a great day. I will be back at 8 o'clock tonight just talking about peace, joy, victory, and freedom.